In my latest video I ranked all the maps of the new update and thought that I had some unpopular opinion about the map Venice. Reading the comments and also hearing it from the community, I was surprised to see that it's actually not that unpopular to think that way. So I was taking a look again at the map and have maybe a clue why this map just doesn't work.
Mr. Dispenser!
Hello everyone, Mr. Spencer here. Well, first up let me say that I think this map is not the worst in the grand scheme of TF2. There are far worse examples, even in the payload game mode. But there's just something about Venice that is simply off. Something that doesn't make me want to play on it too much. I will categorize this review in 3 sections. First the design of the map and the looks of it, second the gameplay aspect, and last my final thoughts about it. Before we start though, I have a Discord. Join there and you will be met with a nice community of fellow Mr. Spencer fans and also get a notification whenever I go live on Twitch or upload another video here on this channel. Link is down below. Also, disclaimer again, I don't want to attack the map creator. I'm sure he made the map with much love and care. The map design. Venice feels dull. I already said it in a short version of my review of the map, but this just feels like different shades of grey. This is a picture of real life Venice. See all the vibrant colors? Yellow, beige, white, grey. This feels like a lively city. This feels like a dull and dead city. I cannot stand the look of this map. If we take a look at different maps of this update, for example Selbian, you see many different colors pop from the grey ground. It's interesting to look at. It makes me want to spend time here. Venice, on the other hand, feels unfinished. Just look at the promo photos of this map. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. It's just a grey mush. Every color on this map feels washed out. Even the Italy flag. The map design shows well how it feels to be in the real life city of Venice. Not from the colors, but from the narrowness of the streets. Venice itself is very narrow, but it just doesn't translate well into a game with explosives and sentry guns flying everywhere, especially at a chaotic 12v12. I would actually say that the map itself isn't that short, but the claustrophobic design drags down this map a lot. The map feels more like an Overwatch or even more like a CSGO map. I'm not a huge fan of that game, which drags my experience down a lot. Venice feels streamlined, then it's long-sided again, then it's narrow again, and then again long-sided. It doesn't have a clear design, it doesn't have a real direction, it just feels streamlined and cramped. If you would just remove one pedestal here, the area would not feel this full. But hey, we need these pillars here, I guess. Also, there are just so many useless areas too. And I especially hate this spot up here. Why is it here? You always have to look up, because there could just always be a threat there. But it's almost always out of your active sight. This high ground, no, what am I saying? This higher ground feels like a glitch. I never seen this in any TF2 map. Maybe you could argue Hightower, but that's a game gimmick. When I first saw this, I thought this was a glitch. Venice is just way too small with long sidelines and then it's cramped again. It feels full and empty at the same time. Gameplay. Sadly, the gameplay does not feel good on this map. It's just one choke point after another, and the flank routes are so narrow with small areas, which make the defending part way too easy in my books. Look at this notorious flank route. This is so small. Capping the first point doesn't really open up anything, and the second point is almost impossible to cap. Snipers are either useless or way too overpowered. Nothing in between. The crow's nest in spawn can overlook almost all of the first point, and on the second point, snipers become basically useless. Just look at this clip. There are more snipers in this place than on Twofold. This map is too streamlined, too narrow, and you can feel it in the gameplay that just certain classes are almost worthless on this map. Scout gets easily shut down, Spy can't hide anywhere, and Battle Engineer can also barely do anything. There are just 2 less ways to go around this map, and it doesn't help feeling like you get cramped into the narrow streets. On the other hand, other classes like explosive classes are way too strong. You can basically spam down sentry guns with the explosive damage as soldier or demo. Heavy can also just power tank on the map. And don't let me talk about pyro. It's just weird how this map benefits certain classes so well while other classes just are a pain to play here. Notice how I don't even talk about the last point yet? That's because I hate it too. This point is exactly the same issue that I have with the second point, but worse. Very cramped, very small, very narrow, not many flank roads, too powerful high ground. It feels like the last point on Swift Water, but even worse, and we all know how that plays out. So yeah, the gameplay on this map, as I said, is just not that good. At least for my gameplay style, how I like to play TF2. I don't like being negative. I already said that in the other video, but this map is frustrating to me because I can totally see the potential in a map like this. I like to get different location in games. It's always nice to see an interpretation of a location seen in a game's art style, and that's why I kinda like the theme of Venice. So it's nice to get different kinds of really interesting locations also into a game like TF2. I like that a lot, but the map Venice right now just doesn't work for me. All of the livelihood has been kinda sucked out of this map. It feels like a grey mess, and even though there are some nice custom assets on the map, I just feel bored to play on it. The streamlined factors also is really bad on it. Certain classes just work better on this map, and I say it once and I will say it a million times. I don't like small, cramped, narrow maps. That was one of the major complaints on Gold Rush, and here it is once again. I hate that I have to say this, but Venice just doesn't work for TF2. Thank you so much for watching the video. What do you think? Do you like the map? Do you not like it that much? Or do you actually hate it? Let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and join my Discord. Hope to see you in the next video and hope you have a wonderful day. Mr. Spencer out.